Hi, I'm Cheryl and welcome to the Sewing Room channel. I've got a super easy beginner's project for you, and that's making this cute little Japanese knot bag. You can make this small or large, and all you need is 2 different pieces of fabric and you've got this adorable little bag. So let's get started. Here's how you're going to draw the pattern. You're going to need a large piece of paper, at least maybe 20 inches long by 12 inches wide. Draw a square at one end that's 11 by 11 inches. Then up here, you're going to draw 2 strips here, and these are going to be the handles of the bag. So you want to go in 1/2 inch from the side over here and draw a line straight up that is 10.5 inches long this way. Go over 3 inches, and here is the edge of the 11-inch square, and draw another line. Then over here, you're going to go in 1/2 inch from this side and draw a line that is 4 inches high, 3 inches over, and then finish drawing here. Then at these 2 corners, you're going to draw just a little bit of a curve. At the 2 lower corners, take something round. This is a 5-inch circle template that I have. They're made by June Taylor, and you can get them in Joann Fabrics and Crafts, and you can also get them on the internet. When the sides of your circle touch the sides of your lines, then go ahead and trace around it. Now you can leave your bag with a square down there, but I just think it adds a little more personality if you round it. So you do that on both the lower corners. One more area I forgot to mention that you need to curve the corners is the 2 corners between the handles. So you want to just freehand draw and curve it a little bit. So you don't want it squared like I originally had. So make sure you do that. The fabric that you're going to need is 1/3 yard of fabric for whatever your lining is going to be, and 1/3 yard for the outside of the bag. When you purchase your fabric, it's folded with the selvage edges together. So you want to leave it that way and line it up. I like to layer my fabrics because it speeds up the cutting time. So I've laid them on top of each other. I also like to draw on top of my fabric. So you could draw the pattern right on your fabric, or take the pattern fabric that you made, lay it on top of your fabric, and either pin it down or use some heavy weights to hold it in place. And then go ahead and cut on the drawn lines. I also like to use a rotary cutter because it will cut through all of this. If you're using a rotary cutter, make sure you have a rotary cutting mat underneath your fabric. To stitch the pieces together, stitch the lining together by bringing it front sides together, the pretty side, and line up all your edges. Place pins around this area to hold it in place, and then start up here and stitch a 1/4 inch seam all the way around. And you're going to do the same thing on the fabric for the outside of the bag. Make sure you bring it front sides together and then pin your edges. At the top edge of the straps, you're going to stitch a 1/4 inch seam all the way across on all of the straps, on both the lining and the outside of the bag. And then just finger press this seam open at the top of the bag. At the 2 lower corners, you want to take some small scissors and cut little slits along here. And this is to help make the curved corner lay flat when you turn it front side out. And another area where you need to do it is right up here. Also do little slits there. Take the fabric for the outside of the bag and turn it front side out. So you're now looking at the pretty side. And then reach inside and push out those 2 lower corners. Then take the lining fabric. It's still back side of the fabric is facing out. You're going to take the fabric for the outside and insert it inside of that fabric. And then you're going to line up all of your edges. After you've inserted it, you want to make sure you've got front sides of the fabric together. That's the pretty side. So you're looking at the back side of both the lining and the fabric for the outside of the bag. Go ahead and pin the edges together on this inside circle. You're going to do it on both sides. And then you're going to stitch a 1/4 inch seam all the way around that opening here in the center section. After you've finished stitching, then you want to go to these 4 corners, 2 on each side, and go in and do those little clips in these corners. And again, make sure you don't cut through your stitch line. Take any one of the handles and you're going to separate the lining fabric and the fabric for the outside, and you're going to reach in between it and begin to force it to where the front side of your fabric is going to show. So take your time so that you don't break open your stitches. This is my lining, so now you want to insert it inside of the fabric for the outside. So just push it in there, push against the lower corners, straightening it out as much as you can. Now, I like to go to my ironing board and fold these edges over and give them a good pressing. After you've pressed the edges, then I also recommend you place a few pins along the edge. And the reason for that is you're going to be doing some top stitching about 1/8 of an inch away from the edge here. You don't want your fabric to slip while you're stitching. So again, stitch 1/8 of an inch from this edge all the way around. Now you need to close up this edge on the other side of the handles. So fold your edges inside and line them up, and then go ahead and place pins to hold it all together. So you want to do that all the way around. If you find that it's easier for you to press those edges with an iron first, you can do that, or just make sure, whichever method you use, that it's even all the way around. After you've got it all pinned, then go ahead and stitch close to the edge all the way around the outside holes of the straps. To close up the bag, you take the longer strap and insert it into the shorter strap, and there you have a cute little Japanese knot bag. I hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial and that you learned something new. If you're interested in making other tote bag projects, check below your YouTube screen for the video links. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and check out my Facebook page. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and happy sewing. If you like the Sewing Room channel, one of the best ways to show your support is to subscribe by clicking on that red subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to click on share to share this video with your friends. And make sure you click on the bell so you receive notifications for all my new videos. I'm Cheryl, this is Manny, and this is Scotty. See you next time.